I've spent over a decade in Silicon Valley working with some of the smartest people on the planet. And I have discovered something fascinating. Success in tech isn't about being the smartest person in the room. It's not about coding 16 hours a day or having a computer science degree. But first, let me tell you a quick story. When I first arrived in the US for my master's degree, I had taken out massive student loans to support my big ambitions. Everything that my family saved was on the line. I remember thinking I had to be smartest, most talented engineer to succeed. But after years of working with top developers, CTOs, and tech leaders, I realized that's not what sets successful people apart. What I'm about to share with you will be especially helpful if you've ever felt like you're not technical enough, not smart enough, or don't have the right background for tech. So keep watching to discover the 9 traits that really help people become successful. And number 8 is my favorite, so stick around. Number 1, your background is your advantage, not your limitation. When I first arrived in Silicon Valley, I felt like a classic imposter syndrome. I wasn't good enough is how I felt. We've all been there, but I learned that diversity of thoughts and experience is incredibly valuable. Wide perspectives from growing up in India with limited resources and a strong art and creative background. These are my superpowers that set me apart from the colleagues who have another set of superpowers. The problems you've solved, the constraints you've worked under, the different perspectives that you bring, these aren't weaknesses. They are your competitive advantage. Don't try to fit into someone else's mold. The tech industry needs your unique perspective. Number 2, become a bridge between the worlds. Now, in Silicon Valley, the most valuable people aren't necessarily the deepest experts in one area. They are the translators. They can speak both business and technical language. Now, coming from India and having to navigate cultural differences and my creative upbringing that actually became my superpower, I used my unique visual storytelling framework to then translate complex technical concepts for non-technical stakeholders and business requirements for engineers. Now, this skill has been more valuable than any programming language I have learned. Whether you are translating between technical and non-technical teams, between different cultures, or between customer needs and engineering capabilities, being a bridge makes you indispensable. Number 3, invest in relationships, not just skills. Now here's something that I learned very early on. The best opportunities don't come from job boards or applications. They come from relationships. But here's the key. It's not about using people. It's about genuinely caring about their success and helping them succeed. So I'll give an example. When I write a blog or a course, I am not thinking about what I'm getting back. I'm focused on making the reader's life easier. This approach has led to speaking opportunities, collaborations, and career moves that I never could have planned or imagined. Now, people want to work with people they can trust and who have helped them before. So build relationships by being genuinely helpful, not by just networking for an agenda. Number 4, embrace being the beginner. In tech, there is always something new to learn. I personally think this is true for life as well. Now, the moment you think you know everything is the moment you become irrelevant. Now, I've had to learn new technologies, new frameworks, new cloud services, new trends, and now AI. This has been constant throughout my career. Each time I had to be okay with being the beginner once again. But here's what I've learned. Being comfortable with not knowing everything is actually a super powerful strength. It keeps you curious, humble, and constantly growing. The best engineers that I know are the ones who say, I don't know, but let me figure it out, instead of pretending that they know everything. If you're enjoying this video so far, consider subscribing for more of my cloud, AI, and tech-related content. All right, number 5, content creation is a career acceleration. Now, content creation, whether it's blogs or videos or speaking at conferences, it has been the biggest accelerator in my career. It's not just about building a personal brand, it's about really clarifying your own thinking about who you are, what path you are on, while helping others learn with you. When I create videos explaining cloud and AI concepts, I'm not just teaching others, I'm solidifying my own understanding, forming my own opinions as I'm going through the content. Teaching forces you to think clearly and identify gaps in your own knowledge. Plus, your content becomes your portfolio that speaks for itself. Now, instead of just saying you know something, you can show people exactly how you think you solve problems. Long term, it shows how you shaped your career intentionally. Number 6, take smart risks. Growth happens beyond the comfort zone. Coming to the US for my master's degree was a huge financial risk. My family put everything on the line, but it was a calculated risk based on research and planning and what I could do, right? Throughout my career, I've taken risks, switching from core engineering to sales engineering to tech leadership in developer space, partnering with cross-functional teams, marketing, sales, product engineering, to know how each of those functions work. Each time, I made sure I understood the upsides, the downsides, and had a plan for each of those risks. The biggest risk in tech is not taking any risks at all. Technology moves fast, and playing it safe often means falling behind. If you're comfortable in your spot, I challenge you to get yourself a bit uncomfortable by something as small as really picking a challenging project. Number 7, master the art of simplification. In tech, there's often pressure to sound smart by using complex jargon and showing off how much you know. But the most successful people that I have worked with can explain concepts simply. As a solutions architect, a developer advocate, my job has been to take complicated technical concepts and make them accessible to a large range of audiences, from C-suite all the way up to engineers that are doing the real thing. Now, practice explaining technical concepts to non-technical people. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. And let me tell you, this is the one skill that will take you to leadership roles eventually. Now, number 8, focus on impact, not just activity. Now, early in my career, I thought success meant being busy all the time, working on as many projects as possible, but I learned that impact matters more than activity. Now I ask myself, what's the highest impact thing that I can do today? Sometimes it's having one crucial conversation that unblocks an entire team, and sometimes that's creating a course that helps thousands of developers. Measure yourself by the problems that you solve and the value you create, not by how many hours you worked on things. Number 9, remember why you started. The tech industry can be overwhelming. There is always pressure to learn the next framework, get the next certification, land the next job. It's easy to lose sight of why you got into tech in the first place. Now, for me, it was the fascination with how things work, the curiosity I had as a child watching trains with my dad. It was the desire to solve problems and create things that make people's lives better. When I feel overwhelmed or discouraged, I come back to that core motivation. It reminds me that success isn't about impressing people or climbing some arbitrary ladder. It's about using tech to make a positive impact. If you're just starting your tech journey, or if you're feeling stuck in your current role, remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be authentic, helpful, and willing to keep growing. If this was helpful, you might enjoy my other videos on this channel. If you're enjoying this video so far, consider subscribing for more of my cloud AI and tech-related content.